Okay, Wednesday morning in the kingdom, and Johnny emailed saying there's no beer today because beer is now on Fridays. Yes. So he has a short day today with not much freight coming to WHO-ville. All right, this morning we woke up to minus 13 Celsius, but feels like minus 23. Ooh, it warmed up. But on the yo-yo scale, plus 9 Fahrenheit, but feels like minus 9. How convenient, eh? Also, too, today, December 13th, 2019. Also, too, I'm recording this upside right because the Me phone has self-taught itself, okay? So if I can record upside right, maybe it'll be confused because it has to self-teach itself how to turn the volume down again. All right, so on December 13th, 2019, we had no power for 18 and a half hours. It was minus 37 Celsius or close to minus 40 Fahrenheit. Yes, the drillers knocked down the main hydro wire to WHO-ville. Yes, unreal. So we all sat here freezing to death, and it cost me about $3,500 to save my properties from freezing and the staff's house in WHO-ville. But do you think the drillers come good for any money? Nope. That's why they're no longer in my yard. They cost me money. Oh well. And also too, we'd like to thank the YouTube subscriber, a Kingdom follower that phoned and left a message on my telephone yesterday. We thank you and Merry Christmas to you and your family down in the USA. Yes, we kind of like those phone calls and messages. Yes, all right. So today we're hoping to go to WHO-ville. Oh, look at the sunshine. So today we're hoping to go to WHO-ville in the 39 with the chimney and put it up at the staff's house. That's if we can buy fuel because the card lock thingy's not working, so it's not selling fuel. But that's normal for this time of year. Every year, the month of December, that machine acts up. But oh well. Okay, that's part of living remote. Yes, at the end of the world. All right, we got the wood stove going. The yard lights are slowly turning off. I think it's about 9 o'clock or after 9. Quarter after 9. That's a good number. All right. So a quick scroll because it's probably censored me on the volume. Yes. Just look at those skies. So yesterday was chilly willy. Today it's supposed to be warm. Yes, Mother Nature's confused. All right. Well, we better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, the staff went uptown and the card lock thingy-bob's not working, so we just changed the plans. That's the joys of living remote. You don't make plans because they just change. You wake up in the morning, you feel refreshed, and you start your day. Okay, all right, so we're in the shop here. We're going to recap. All right, this 38 GMC has been in the family since 1977, and why is it still in the shop when I'm really not working on it? Well, I am, okay? And I vow not to take it out of the shop, okay? According to Facebook memories, I was still working on this truck and everything like that back in 2018 and such. But we did all the brakes, we did the kingpins. It's a slow process, okay? But also too, yesterday we were in here while we were waiting for time change and daylight and filming and everything like that. The oil pressure sending unit or oil gauge there. All right, I reached up in here and it broke. That's the plastic. It's just breaking like dry noodles. Spaghetti. Okay. I break my spaghetti noodles to put them in the pot. I don't shove them in and then stir the death out of it. Okay. So I figured it out. It was 2009 when I put this gauge set in, going by the purchasing and stuff like that. So basically that's pretty sad because there's been no oil in the oil line there, so it just dried out. So that's what we're doing. We're not going to drag this project out. We'll work on it little by little because I'm not going to be like my father and not finish a project. And in the meantime, we have the barrel over here for the wood stove for the staff's house. We have that wood stove kit that was gifted to us from a Kingdom follower. That stove is going to be whipped up when we do the chimney. That way everything goes over to her house and the WHO-ville all in one trip. Okay, we're not making trips back and forth because gas and time costs money. Okay, yesterday to move Laverne, he had no stump pan on him, okay? Laverne came to the Kingdom, I think, 2011 or 2012. All right, so in 2017, I worked on these stump pans and we put a guard over the oil pan drain oil, because sticks go in there. So what's the point of having a stump pan when you have a big hole to drain the oil and everything goes in? But Laverne never had a tow hook on the front because this is a homemade stump pan that the fellow made. So it's easy to copy off the IH products. So we have a hook from the days of scrap metal when we did everything and everything came from the mine. So that's a Crosby swivel hook used on swivel balls or whatever they call it, and hoisting and stuff like that, or overhead cranes. So now we're going to make that fit onto the stump pan, and then we can officially put the stump pan on. So we started, 2017 we were welding on it. So all right, we just keep on welding. Okay, it was chilly yesterday when we did the change out and brought, the 41 went out and the cold cats came in, and the staff stated in their video that we left the snow on because we wanted to see what the snow was going to do, right? In past, we'd have to blow the snow off, make sure every inch or stitch of snow was off because, it makes a mess. But we're very pleased how this worked out. So last night we closed the curtain. Yes, just like those Broadway shows where they close the curtain in the final finale, okay? So we close the curtain, we leave the wood stove shoved right full of the kindling wood or whatever we call it, and it burns throughout the night. We can look at the cameras as I get up for the numerous pees throughout the night. Well, that's the joys of being old and having a beverage problem, is you pee a lot, okay? But I'm also healthy. So the fire went out about 3 a.m., so this part stayed warm. Okay, so look at bad business. We have a little bit of snow on the ground here, but also too, the fans are shut off at night, so all the heat is up in the air. All right, let's walk back and take a look to see how Laverne did. Okay, Laverne survived the night. He's back by the doors, okay? He still has a bit of snow in the footholds here. Okay, so there's snow down there, which is slowly coming. And then over here, we have snow against the doors, because when we closed the doors, the snow came in too. But that's normal because this is a non-air movement area. Okay, bad business came to the kingdom in 2004 and the motor was seized. Yes, the motor was seized, which was common. So we had it, soak it down before you bring it in the shop. And then we used the bar starter on the motor to break it free. And this one here, I think we had the cylinder head off. I think so, yeah. Because we repurposed the gasket one more time. We used that aviation gasket goo by Premex, yeah. All right. So the rear main seal is leaking on this motor. So everybody figures you go in here. All right. And you take it apart down in there. I don't know if we can see all the motor oil in here. All right. It's down in there. I don't know if we can see it, but you'll see lots of it when we take it apart. Okay. You cannot take the clutch out and try to change the rear main seal because the flywheel does not come out through the bell housing hole in the tub. You can sit there for 2 hours and die grind and buff and make it so it fits at an angle, but it's pointless. You're going to take the motor out. Yes, we have to unbolt the motor from here and pull it out, and then we can drop the oil pan and change the rear main seal, because the rear main seal on these cats back in the 40s was a felt seal. Yes, felt, like in the liners from your winter boots. And according to my notes, that's what we put in here in 2004 was the liners for my winter boots, because we didn't have a proper seal, and back in the day the old timers made everything. Okay, we've stated all along on the internet, as long as I can remember, on the Facebook, not on the Facebook pages, on the B&B forums and stuff for IH and Caterpillars and all that and everything. So the best way to do it is just pull the motor out, change the seal properly. But also too, when you take the motor out, you're fixing a lot of things, because you're going to have to be able to work on the fan belt. Oops, got to get the lights here. You're going to be checking your rad hoses and everything like that. So you're actually going to be doing more work on it as preventative maintenance than if you actually farted around and tried to reach in there to change the seal, which in my eyes is pointless. I tried it once on the famous Black Cat back when I was young and foolish and I was drinking professionally, and it just turned into a nightmare, and then I just got mad and yanked the motor out. So for us to do the motor, seems how we have the windshield, okay, we have to take the windshield frame off because the firewall has to be loose and flexible for the motor to come out. The rad has to come off, okay, so that takes the grill guard and everything like that. And we have to break it free from the swivel point underneath, and this frame has to be lifted up from the track. Oops, I got the burps. I was having peanuts. Oh, there we go. Oh, them peanuts are good. Damn, they're good. Yeah. Okay, but we also don't edit our videos. This is one shot, one free flow. How would you say, narration? Okay, so this is going to be quite the project. But the thing is we're fixing it and fixing it correctly. We're fixing other things. Plus, people around the world are learning and such like that. So that's what we say. Share our knowledge. This is a learning channel on YouTube. Okay, the purist or diehard IH guys or whatever are upset because I call the TD6 the TD6. But when he has a gas motor in it, okay? Yes, we put a gas motor in because the diesel motor malfunctioned, okay? I forget what went wrong with it or whatever. So we have the diesel motors for these diesel cats, but they're in the shed because they cost money to fix and repair properly. So we found it easier and quicker to buy gas motors from Graves Tractor Sales or salvage down in North Minnesota. I think it's Zumba Falls, Minnesota. I think so. Okay, I'll have to check. It was a while ago, 2018. So we found it easier just to buy the complete gas motor from a farm tractor and pop it in. So we had to make some changes, like the air venting tubes and stuff like that, the water pump hoses or whatever down at the bottom. But the main thing is he'll always be a diesel, because when we put the diesel back in, he becomes back to being a diesel cat. All right, so with him in the shop, we can now go after this here, this clutch thing here. Find out why this lever went limp, and Viagra, the blue pills, not going to help it. Okay, late lunch in the kingdom. I got playing with some wires, and we strung some more black wire onto here, onto the gauges, and then we routed them all over to the toggle switches. And also too, we got some gifts in the mail today, and look at this. We've never seen one of these. Planters with a pull top. Kind of reminds you of those little Vienna sausages or whatever that came in a can. So they're tasty, they're delicious, and they're from the USA. Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay, seeing how it's warm outside, the wood stove goes into the low pressure system where we got the camper open on the chimney right there, and the doors actually open a bit too. And the vent is open, and this is not burning. Yes. So that's the way we figure out high pressure, low pressure. Okay, if we're in a low pressure system, the stove doesn't burn because it's warm outside. Yesterday we were in a high pressure system. It was cold, it was beautiful outside, and this stove was burning out of control. We had it turned right down and it was still burning hot. You could really feel it and smell the paint still burning off. It might be a couple of years before the paint comes off the top double barrel. All right, let's go have some lunch and relax, because in the after lunch, we're going snowshoeing.
Wednesday morning in WHO-ville, and it's just after 9:30 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head on over to the kingdom so I can switch out skidoos and grab all my dad's bedding and his laundry, so I can do that today. I'm not sure what else we'll be doing in the kingdom, but let's head on over and find out. Made it to the kingdom, and I'm just getting the Polaris back out and putting the Yamaha away. I won't need this again until later. Now I'm going to head on back into WHO-ville and do some bedding. And then this afternoon, once the bedding's done, we're going to go out on the muskeg and do some snowshoeing. Just made it back from the kingdom. As you can see, they are plowing the roads today. So they do all the side streets first, and then he'll come all the way down from Halstead here and he'll plow on the sides. Hopefully they widen it out a bit, because the road actually is out here when it should be right about here or so. So there's a lot of road missing and covered with snow. So hopefully they push it back. And if they do, I'll end up having to shovel this out and packing it down again. 11 a.m. and I just came back from doing mail, and a helicopter flew over. I'm not sure if that's a medical one or what, but it just casually flew over as I was getting ready to head to the kingdom, because we got a box in the mail here. I can't really show you it until I get rid of the name and the label on it, but look at that. Now we're gonna head on over to the kingdom and open up the box. And also we got them plowing the road now, so by the time I come back, hopefully they have this side done. Just made it to the kingdom. I have to flip the box upside down, that way I can hide the address and everything on here. But this is from Rex A, another box from him. He sent us about 3 or 4 of them now, so thank you very much. Now we're gonna open it and see what's inside. When you give it a little shake, it sounds like there's some Smarties or something in there. Just opened up the box from Rex A. Wow, thank you so much. We are going to enjoy this for sure. I even got some gardening gloves and some more seeds here. I can't wait to plant them out. I am so fascinated by this. Look at this red pepper jelly. This might be too hot and too out there for us, so we will be sending this down to Sir Rodney because I know he likes stuff like this, so he will enjoy it. Now it's time to pack all this up and head on back into WHO-ville. Look at this too. We are going to save anything that's wrapped up to open on Christmas with the rest of the stuff that we already got. But wow, thank you so much, Rex A. Greatly appreciated. We're going to have to send you something one of these times. 11:30 and I just got back from the kingdom. Now it's time to head inside and switch laundry out and let the dogs out and then make lunch. Gonna head back to the kingdom around 2:30 whenever I'm done all this laundry. I got about 5 loads to do in total.
What's up, Kingdom followers? Sir Rodney live at West Trans. I seen a couple people wanted to know what lights Joey has on all of his old tractors and whatever the heck he has there. The TD. This is it right here. Made by Grody. These are floodlights and they are 1600 lumens, which is this guy right here. Let's see if I got the talent to show you this here. There we go. Blinding. And that's not even the best one. We have some here. 4,732 lumens. That one is like the sun. And then just a short little trip. Anybody wants to know what a 18-speed transmission looks like out of the highway trucks? There you go. Connected by the drive shaft to the front differential. And then we got our store here. Got all the aisles full of everything. Truck light, Grody, beacons, keep everybody safe. There's some mirrors. There's all of our fluids and paints, steering wheel covers, and of course we live in Winnipeg, we need to plug the vehicles in, all the extension cords. Anything else you guys want, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to show you what else we have here. Alright, keep liking, keep following. Sir Rodney out. And a special feature, Sir Rodney Westrans here. Here is our shop. This is where they build the transmissions and differentials. There's a big old automatic, I think. There's some differentials being built. We got about 8 guys working out here, building trannies and diffs, like that. There's the transmission. It's nice and quiet because everybody's gone home. We got some machine department here. And I'm just going to do my lockup into the dark over here. Wish me luck. Hopefully there's no boogeymen back there. One last quick little video. You guys get a special treat today. Is Paul the shipper in all his glory. There he is, boys.
2 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to head back to the kingdom. I have all my dad's bedding and laundry done. Now let's get on over there so we can go out onto the muskeg and go snowshoeing. I'm bringing the toboggan, that way my dad can sit in it with his snowshoes on because he won't fit on the back of the skidoo. Just made it to the kingdom, and as I was pulling up, a fox came running out from behind the 41 and went all the way this way and stopped right at the burning barrel here, and by the time I pulled my camera out, he went running in the bush. Not sure where he went off to, but now I'll head down to the shop and go see what my dad's up to. 2:30 and we are officially heading out to the muskeg. Hopefully my dad can make it down the stairs without tripping and falling. Now we'll get into the toboggan here and head on down by the rabbit tower and over towards the bypass. feel like a kid again?
Huh?
I said you feel like a kid again?
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't fall out. Made it down to the bypass on the cat train trail here, and when I stopped, my dad said the toboggan was slippery. At least it's him in there, not me. Now he's gonna walk in the bypass over here, and then I'll meet him on top of the muskeg, and I'll video this way, and then I'll go around and meet him on the far end. And now he is off. I'll meet him on the muskeg here, and we also have walkie-talkies so we can communicate with each other. He just said there was ptarmigan poop, so I'll walk in the deep snow here. Him with the snowshoes on, he's staying on top of it. Yeah, I know, I'll look at it. Him with the snowshoes on, he's staying on top of the snow, and when I step in it, I sink right down. And if we look over here, this is what he's talking about right here, some ptarmigan poop. Looks like it dug a hole just to take a poop in there. And you can even see its little wingspan here and its little footprints flying away.
Yes, I can.
Now we are testing out the walkie-talkies to make sure we can hear each other, because the last thing we want is miscommunication. Yes, I can hear you now. I will go onto the muskeg and video walking across.
Okay.
You can even hear him on the other side there when his walkie-talkie cuts off. So now I'll walk back out onto the cat train trail here and meet him on the muskeg and record him walking across so we can go find some trails. Now I am down on the muskeg, as you can see here, and if we look way off into the distance, you can see Bigfoot moving around. No, I'm just kidding, that's actually my dad there. You can just barely see him in between the trees here. At least he's finding the trail. I'll give him a few minutes to get over there, and then I'll meet him on the other side. My dad just contacted me on the walkie-talkie here, and I wasn't able to press play fast enough to record our conversation, but now he has just crossed the muskeg and he's going to work his way into the bush, and I'll go around on the trail here and meet up with him over here somewhere. You can hear him chopping down trees. He does have a GPS as well, so if he gets lost, he should be okay. The water hole is actually just on the other side over here as well. And then we got the Roadrunner rock just up on top. Then we have the highway. The sun's a little bright, but the highway is just right here through these trees. Made it across the muskeg, and I just wanted to give you guys a little video. This is all the pack trail that we did with the Yamaha and the Polaris a week or two ago. It's pretty nice, and it firmed up really well, actually. That was where our little turnaround was, and we cleaned all this in the summertime. Now I'm going to drive ahead a bit more onto the unpacked stuff and see if I can find my dad. Came up the trail a little more. Now I'll see if my dad's on the walkie here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Checking to see if you're still alive.
Yes, I haven't fallen down yet.
Well, that's good, because I don't think you'd be able to get back up with the snowshoes on.
Encourage me with beverage.
He sounds pretty close. I can hear the walkie every time it clicks out, so I think he's just through the trees straight ahead from me here. I can hear his walkie clicking in and out. Can't really hear him though, but I heard the walkie, so that's a good sign. He's not turning to come out of the bush yet, so I'm going to go ahead a bit more, probably just past that tree that's fallen onto the road here, and see if he'll come out over there. This trail that he's walking down right now, I'm pretty sure we're going to end up using it as one of our cat train trails, either this year or next year. I'm not 100% sure, but the reason why he's walking down there has a purpose. Oh, I hear trees cracking. Now let's drive ahead a bit and see if we can see him. With all the heavy snow and rain we had, this tree kind of fell over, and if you look up ahead here, we have another one leaning over as well, so these guys will have to be cut down or else they're going to cause some damage when we bring the cabooses and the Lyns and stuff through here when the trails are ready. It's already fallen over, as you can see here. It's not even standing up anymore, so we're not actually cutting it down or anything like that. That one up there, we should be able to just brush the snow off and it'll stand itself right back up again. I don't see or hear my dad either, so I'm going to continue down the trail a little more and see if I can find him. Basically out of the trail now. Look at those trees. Wow, they sure do look pretty with the sun behind them. Now I'm just waiting for my dad to come out of the bush here. The highway's actually just over there, and then we loop around and go back to the kingdom.
Okay, here I am on the trail. I'm snowshoeing. If you don't believe me, look down here. Look at that. I don't have the Lily Tomlin mic. The snow's not bad. So here's the GPS. Oh, can't see anything. Should we turn? How's that? Can we see anything? All right. So that's me walking along, getting lost. Now I'll head back and see if I can find that access road.
Are you alive?
Yes, I'm heading back towards that thingy.
What thingy?
Where we picked up the scrap with the nuts and bolts.
Oh, the middle part there.
Yeah, it should come out there.
Alright, I'll turn the skidoo around and meet you back over there then.
Over and out.
Just turned myself around and came back down the trail. I'm over at our little three-way here. This goes off onto another trail that we have to scout still. You can actually see my dad's little ribbon on the trees here. And then I'm hoping that this trail will go and connect into this one here. We'll be able to use all these trails. Yes, hello.
I can see you.
I can see you too. You should have been wearing a bright jacket like I am.
Oh yeah, minor detail.
You blend right in with the trees.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm wearing a bright jacket like this. I stand out thanks to Sir Rodney down in Winnipeg. He should have been wearing a bright jacket like the one I have on here. This is from Sir Rodney down in Winnipeg at West Trans. He graced us with these. He might have to send us up some more so my dad can be seen in the bush. Here he comes. We were going to have the GoPro on his head here with the helmet on, but with how dense the trees are and stuff, plus I think we have enough video footage anyways, pretty sure he would knock that GoPro off his hat. Look at all that snow. Well, my dad is off again. He went back into the bush. He's going to walk the tree line all the way back over to the muskeg, so that's where I'll be meeting him. Not sure if you're able to hear that background noise, but we just had the plow truck come back to town and it was pretty loud. Made it back onto the muskeg. Now I'm just going to wait for my dad to come out of the bush here. He should be popping out somewhere along here actually, so we'll keep an eye out for Bigfoot. Sure is warm out today. I didn't even have to wear my gloves while on the skidoo, so once I get back into WHO-ville, I'll have to check the weather because I'm a little curious. Lots of fox tracks on the muskeg as well. Look at all these. We got a fresh trail in here. This one's a pretty old one, as you can tell by the snow cover. So these guys are pretty fresh. Could have been that fox that was in the kingdom there when I showed up at 1 o'clock. And there he is. He actually made it out of the bush. Oh, maybe he's gonna fall. Looks like his snowshoe came unclipped. Would have been funny if I got it on camera of him falling. Funniest home videos right there. This is all water and swamp in the summertime, so this is pretty good that he's able to walk on it. Bigfoot is saying, "Hi, Mom." Now he's going to make his way over to the bypass, which is just in the bush right here, and I'll drive around and pick him up. Now I am back over at the bypass waiting for my dad to come out of the bush. He should be coming out of these big trees here with all that red ribbon in a couple minutes here. Here he comes. It's a lot of work walking in snowshoes, especially in sugary snow.
I made it.
Yeah, you didn't fall over.
Once.
I didn't get it on camera. Not sure if you can see it here. I don't want you guys pointing at me when I'm showing you. You can kind of see my reflection in the camera here. But this is the GPS we were using, and my dad tracked his footsteps and stuff. That way we'll know where we're going next time. Now that we're done, we can head up into the kingdom and see what we have for minutes.
Okay, take me home for the beverage. I worked hard.
I survived. Made it back up to the kingdom, no problem. Now we're gonna head inside and see how many minutes we got. My dad even recorded him in the toboggan on the way back up here, so hopefully that video turned out. 3 o'clock coffee, and I'm just finishing up in the kingdom. For some reason the internet's not working and I can't send videos or pictures back and forth to my dad and I, so I have to do everything here. That's why my little WHO-ville weather chart is kind of funny looking, but this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's -2 degrees Celsius, which is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. There is no feels like because I ran out of room on the bottom, but I'll be able to do that tomorrow for you guys. Now let's head on back into WHO-ville and end my day.
Okay, 7 o'clock. I've been hiding in the shop. I just filled up the wood stove, but it's actually warm out here. Yeah, it's too warm for December. Oh my. The dogs are whining because they know it's time to go. But I've been working in the shop and enjoying some beverage. So let's go walk the dogs, drink some more beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.